I was walking through a valley, shadows all around. No life in the bones, just silence on the ground. I was walking through a valley, shadows all around. No life in the bones, just silence on the ground. You said, son of man, can these bones live? I looked in your eyes, said, only you can give. You take prophecy to the wind, speak to the breath, let the spirit begin. I opened my mouth, felt your fire in my chest. Now these dry bones about to rise and be blessed. Oh, breathe on me, out from the four winds. Wrap my soul in love, call these bones to live again. Put your spirit in me and I will rise. In the valley of dry bones, you made me alive. You whisper like thunder, woke the dream in me. Took my ashes, turned them into prophecy. You stitched me together with sinews and grace. Put rhythm in my heart, now I dance in this place. You said speak to the hopeless, let them know I see. Tell them I'm the one who sets captives free. So I lift my voice with this holy groove. Even dry bones start to move. Breathe on me, out from the four winds. Fill my soul with fire, bring these dead dreams back again. You gave me a name, you gave me a tribe. In the valley of dry bones, I came alive. You took my exile, my empty shell, turn my heartbreak into a story to tell. Now every bone, every scar, every tear is a testimony that you're still near. We were scattered, broken, and cast aside, but you called us chosen, oh yes, we rise. Breathe on us, yeah, from the four winds. Cover this nation with mercy again. We are army, hear your call. In the valley of dry bones, we stand
Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. I know I didn't give much notice, but I wanted to talk about the storm. All praises to the Most High. Our power did not go out. We were okay, but it was treacherous all day Sunday. When I woke up this morning, it was still snowing a little, but we got through the worst part of it. But unfortunately, it was not that way for everybody. Over 800,000 people in the path of this storm are still without power. And that's why I'm glad we did not go out. I had 2 calls from the power company warning us if the power went out, we could be out for several days or even weeks. And I was praying. And you're going to hear some of the videos of people, unfortunately, got stuck without power. They said this storm was so powerful, it could kill people even if you were indoors. That's what they were saying, how severe it was. So, as long as you were indoors and you had all the things in place to keep you sheltered, you should have been okay. But if you were somebody that really didn't have good windows and things like that, yeah, that could be a big problem. But yes, they said this thing could kill you even if you were indoors. So, ladies and gentlemen, I did not know parts of Texas went out. Power went out before the storm even hit. I said, Y'all did that the last time, and people ended up losing their lives. I don't know why y'all do that in Texas. I know it wasn't all over, but you're going to hear some people talk, and the storm didn't even get started, and the power went out there. That is absolutely crazy for y'all to be doing that. And before I came on, and I might show this video a little later, this fat, white, conservative guy gets on a video talking about war. I was like, man, you couldn't fight a war. His ass looked like he would be winded walking down this driveway. And he certainly couldn't run on a battlefield. I'm going to show you this guy a little later. And not only that, his teeth are rotted, he's fat, and he's talking about war. I was like, man, and you should see the people that came at him were laughing. I said, that's embarrassing. Man, you would be one of the first ones getting taken out first. First of all, you can't run. You got too much weight on you. And number two, how far do you think you're going to get standing still and shooting rounds? I mean, you, you would be one of the first one. In fact, they probably could gallop on a horse and knock you out, and that'd be the end of you in the war. But some of these people are a trip. Mm, mm, mm. So, y'all, before we get started, I just want to send you a reminder. Let's see here. Okay, on Etsy, the conditioning bundle is 25% off. This is the leave-in conditioner and the rice water aloe spray. And by the way, y'all, I've gotten several people reach out to me not long after the rice aloe vera came out, and they said they have already got several inches of hair just using the rice water, aloe vera hair growth leave-in conditioner. So thank you for those updates. And I know one woman that has bought some from me bought it for her granddaughter and said her granddaughter's hair is coming in nicely. So thank you for those updates. I really appreciate it. You know, that's the kind of stuff I like to know. Okay. And also on Shopify, if you haven't been over there, on Shopify, the gray reversal hair growth oil is for sale. So this is also 25% off. And my TikTok shop, everything in the shop is 10% off. So all of that information is over on the community tab if you would like to get that info. But y'all, I'm glad for many of you, you did not get your power out. I'm glad. Oh, I do have the magnesium, but it's in my skin shop. I will post that link for you in the community tab, okay? I will post that in the community tab. That way you can go out there and purchase it. Okay, y'all. So, let's get to it. Man, my heart goes out to anybody that was stuck without power. I know how difficult that is. And, it's bad enough if you're stuck in that situation, but if you got children, it's even worse because you're in the house stuck with power outage and young children. Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. Please give me a one if you can see my screen now. Most of the power outages, y'all, and it could have been some in the north, but the majority of the ones when I go through the videos are in the south. I know South Carolina, parts of South Carolina went out, Texas went out, Mississippi, but a lot of the northern states, I didn't hear a lot. I mean, it could have been, and I just didn't hear it, but most of the outages that I've heard about tend to be in the South. All right, y'all. Thank you. Thank you for the ones. Let's get started.
I take back what I said about it not being that bad, the weather in Texas. It's not even 5 o'clock on Friday. And the weather's not even bad yet. It's just raining. And it's 44 degrees. And we've already lost power. Like, if this is just like the beginning of it, I think we're in for a long weekend.
The government needed a way to stimulate the economy, so they produced an ice storm in North Carolina. There's more people out here shopping today than there was on Black Friday last year.
You may be without electricity for maybe 4 days or maybe longer. It's going to be very difficult for someone to get to you. Airports could be closed down. Again, the highways could be closed. Could be rough. Now, we hope it won't be as bad as this, but it could be worse than this. With this ice storm, it's going to be cold. It's liable to have all the power lines in the affected areas will be down. The ice will either bring the lines down or bring the tree limbs down on the lines. And you may be without electricity for maybe 4 days or maybe longer. That means you won't be able to recharge your cell phone. The utility, the refrigerator is going to go out, not have any lights, likely won't have any heat. And because the roads are going to be icy in parts of the state for so long, it's going to be very difficult.
Now, he said something about your refrigerator. All you got to do is take your stuff out, box it, and set it outside. Outside is like a natural refrigerator. You don't have to lose anything. And if you're in a northern state and you got hit with snow, pack that stuff down in the snow. You won't lose any of your food. I'm serious. You won't lose anything. Don't just sit there and act like you're helpless. You get that stuff out of your fridge. Your freezer actually will be fine if you don't open and close it a lot. It should hold a lot of the cold, but anything that needs immediate refrigeration, take that stuff outside, pack it down in the snow, put it in a bag, pack it down in the snow. You don't have to lose anything. That's one thing about the winter. The winter will preserve your food. You won't lose anything. So maybe in the south they're not used to that, but up north we know what to do. Us northerners, we know what to do if the power goes out and it's the dead of winter. We know what to do. I'm just saying.
Difficult for someone to get to you. And if your cell phone's out and your landline is gone out and nobody can get to you, for 4 days, maybe, it could be rough. So one thing that we want to be sure is to tell everybody to look out for your neighbors, look out for your family. So this is something that a lot of us have not seen before. Airports could be closed down. Again, the highways could be closed, likely. There's no place to go. Some folks have rented apartments or hotel rooms down on the coast to get away from the ice and cold. This could be in the upstate for sure, maybe in the Midlands. But other than that, there's no place that we can go.
Okay, I want to know, why is some parts of Texas without power right now? The snowstorm has not hit at all. And I done ran across a few videos with people saying they already don't have power. So what's really going on? Now, I don't know what company they deal with in Texas, but they need to be trying to get those people lights back on, because that is very unfair. Now, a lot of people say that this is a money grab because people wasn't buying this and people weren't doing this and people out spending thousands of dollars because a lot of people did not spend money for Christmas. But guess what? I was saying to myself, like, nah, that's not what it is. We better take this snowstorm serious. But for them people to be without power right now in Texas, and it is not that cold yet, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? Y'all need to get them people back up and running today before the storm hit, and then y'all say y'all can't get to them because it's too dangerous, too many trees down, whatever the case may be. I don't know, but y'all could go look that up. They have people right now in Texas, a part of Texas. I'm going to tag the name down below, what part, that don't have power right now, and I'm not understanding that. Why? Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed. The J-Lo.
Oh my gosh, it's still coming down.
We just got to a neighborhood in Southwest Fort Worth where there are a number of neighbors who are without power right now. You guys ran out of power this morning?
11:30, we're eating breakfast, everything shut out. We have no power, no heater. This is bad.
So Jason, who we spoke to, says they've actually been outside going back and forth, charging their phones, also trying to warm up in their truck. We checked the Encore outages map. They are servicing several areas, thousands of customers right now dealing with those outages. You can see one of those crews working right now.
Big outage, kind of southwest. We're all working together.
We'll be tracking these outages and we'll have the latest on air as well as online.
Stop scrolling. Experts are saying that this storm could kill people in their own homes. We need to pray for people and against that. As I said in my other video, Yeshua talked about this, and we'll get to that in a second. As many of you know, the United States of America is currently undergoing one of the worst winter storms potentially that she's had in a while. Daily Mail reported historic winter storm is so dangerous it could kill Americans sheltering inside their homes. Experts warn. The Guardian reported Winter Storm Fern live updates. Nearly 85,000 homes and businesses without power and more than 11,000 flights canceled. Winter Storm System brings emergency declarations as snow and ice create unsafe driving conditions and power shortages. There's a lot of people laughing, saying that this isn't serious. 85,000 homes and businesses without power is serious. People's lives are in danger. And I see people laughing in the comments. It makes me angry. 140 million Americans under warnings for massive winter storm. It's snow, sleet, and power outages. Dangerous weather engulfing large area of country as 16 states plus DC declare states of emergency. North Texas power outages. Thousands are without power Saturday afternoon. This is what the news has to say about it. And then I'm going to go on to what Yeshua said.
Temperatures plunging for millions of Americans across the country. Going to get worse, actually, over the next 24 to 48 hours. We're just at the very beginning of this winter storm, potentially catastrophic in certain areas. So we have to be very careful and follow the direction of what's going on the ground near you. It could be the worst storm in more than 50 years.
If you have family in the areas, you need to call them. Many people know that Jesus spoke Aramaic, not Arabic, but Aramaic. And when you look in the Aramaic translation of scripture, the Lamsa, he talks about the winters being severe. Earthquakes, famines, all these things. The key thing is birth pains. It's not these things happening in and of themselves. That's always happened. But it's when you see all these things happening at such an intensity at a historical level together. Last year, we had once in a 1,000 year, like 3 to 4 things happening in 1 week. That's birth pains. We are truly living in prophetic times. If you don't know the Lord, get to know him. If you want to stay updated with Bible prophecy, hit the follow button below and send this to friends and family that you think need to hear it. The deadline's about 4 to 5 days away, January 29th. Start your 2026 off right, learning how to defend the faith against atheists, Muslims, Black Hebrew Israelites, and more. We're also going to be teaching about Bible prophecy and AI's potential role in the beast system and how AI can be used by God to spread the gospel. Growing a social media following for the sake of the gospel. I've grown several to 100K plus, so I'm going to share those tips with you and more. To sign up, click the Eventbrite link in my bio or my story. It's a pre-recorded 3-day class, so if you work, you can watch anytime you want. There's also a 30-minute live Q&A, first come, first serve. Now, if you're joining from TikTok, click the Eventbrite link in my bio. Same place on YouTube or in the description box. Bring a notebook. It'll be a lot of information.
Okay, it is 9:14 p.m. and I'm gonna do a little ice storm update. I know earlier I said it wasn't that bad where I lived. It has progressively gotten worse. My little county is the #1 county that is out of power right now. Luckily, and praise Jesus that I still have power, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. But I'm gonna go outside and show you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about and how the conditions are. I'm not gonna wear a jacket, so I'm gonna be freezing my little tail off out here. We just ran to the store and I was so scared, but this is what my porch looks like. Okay, there's ice. Like, this is all slippery. My porch is slippery with ice. It's literally everywhere. My car dethawed a lot whenever I was driving it to go to the store, but they're like, it's bad. It was bad. It's still raining out here. This is my driveway. It's wet. This is mostly rain. There's some ice. That's icicles on my porch. But yeah, that is the conditions of where I live currently. I'm really praying to the good Lord that we do not go out of power, but we do have a gas heater if we do go out of power. But I'm really, really praying to God that we do not go out of power. I will still be doing updates every now and then of the conditions where I live. I'll be going outside and showing you guys the conditions. The main roads where I live, they did ice them, so they're not too bad yet. Pray that they do not get too bad. But if they do, I will keep you guys updated, and I'm still going to do updates every now and then to show you guys the progression and how much worse it's gotten from now, you know. But also keep everybody in your prayers. This is a very bad storm, and everybody needs a safe and warm place to go when a storm like this is coming. And pray for those that do not have power and end up not having power, and they do not have any gas or a generator. Pray for all of them. I love you guys. Be safe.
What are we doing during the ice apocalypse? We are snuggling over here. No power in our entire city and county. Thank God for all of my TikTok gear. I mean, we can at least keep our phones charged up.
Yeah.
All of the lights are flickering. It is Saturday night at 7 p.m. and our lights are already flickering. Is anyone else already without power? I was really hoping we were going to make it till like really late tonight or tomorrow possibly. I didn't know with the power.
We make it to like 10.
No, it's 7. And they done flickered on and off like 4 or 5 times. I'm not ready to go without power.
Yeah, the lights are flickering so good.
And the messages that are coming on my phone, it's everywhere in this town. They're flickering.
Yeah, turn off your PC. Yeah, turn off his PlayStation.
Okay, so we lose power. Y'all stay warm. Be safe. And don't be on the roads unless you have to. I've never had to go like 24 hours without power, so I don't even know. I don't even know how this will go.
What can we expect tonight?
We're seeing this wintry precipitation just reach the East Coast, Natasha, and it's still coming on down back towards the Rockies, showing just how massive it truly is. At DFW, big delays. Ground stop there earlier today has been lifted, but likely going to be reissued later tonight. And in Nashville, we've changed over from snow to freezing rain, and above me, you can see all that freezing rain. Eerily quiet on Broadway for a Saturday night, but you can see that glaze on the sidewalk. That is all ice, turning it into a skating rink, and that's the big threat out there for travelers and, of course, for those power outages as well. More than 140,000 without power, mainly across Texas and Louisiana, and this is all going to continue moving east as we head through tomorrow. Here's a look at the report so far. Over 8 inches of snow in parts of Kansas, up to 3/4 of an inch of ice in northern Louisiana, and again, we're only about 40% through with this storm system, just indicating its intensity. And the alerts are widespread spread. We've never seen this amount of area under a winter storm alert, but that's exactly what we have. Winter storm warnings from New Mexico all the way to Maine, and that's going to be the trend with this storm system. It is powerful as it moves by into this time tomorrow. We're talking about the potential for severe weather down towards the deep south, a new threat now with limited tornado risk. Meanwhile, that mix across the mid-Atlantic, the snow changing over to that icy mix in D.C. By the evening hours on Sunday, we'll see that change over from snow to freezing rain across New York City, and we're still seeing that widespread snow by Monday night into New England. So up to a foot could come down, setting records across the southern plains, up to 20 inches in the Northeast. But the big concern, again, continuing to be that ice that glazes onto everything. And with the breeze, you can knock down the power lines and the tree branches. Up to an inch or more is possible, which is catastrophic. And that's what we're expecting across parts of the mid-Mississippi River Valley and the lower Mississippi River Valley, along with the mid-Atlantic. And Natasha, if you think this precipitation is just going to melt away, we get a warm up, not the case. We're actually going to be talking about record low temps, well below freezing, all the way to the Mexico border. And that's going to cause that precipitation to stay on the ground and cause issues likely the rest of the month until it thaws out into early February.
The rest of the month. Yikes. Max Perez, thank you so much.
Okay. Well, my prayers to anybody is sitting out there with no power. 800,000 people, that's a lot of folks to be sitting around and you have no power. And, especially if you're in a place that's not used to it and they can't get your power back right away, because I know where I am, we're in the 20s. That's the daytime temperature. And we got I think 3 or 4 days where it goes into single digits at night. So this snow and ice on the ground right now, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere, y'all. It is going to be around for a while. And I just pray you can all be safe. I was able to get the weekend orders out today. And I do have another announcement. Apparently, on the 16th, I gave the packages to UPS because we went into a back and forth this morning, and they tried to insist because when you pull up any of the tracking numbers, it looks like they didn't receive the package. But I was able to prove to them that they did receive the packages from orders that were placed on the 16th. I had a confirmation number. So after that, they couldn't say anything. So if you placed an order on the 16th and you still did not receive it, you need to reach out to me so that I can resend that order. As long as I can go to the tracking number and see that it's not moving, then I can reship that to you. So I do apologize. I don't know what they did. It just seems to be that one day. All the other days, it looks like everything went through, but whoever took those packages, they misplaced them or lost them. So I do apologize for that. And I will make good on you getting your order. So y'all, thank you so much for being here. We'll definitely come back together a little later for another live. But until then, I see I do have something here. Steel Wings, thank you so much for the super sticker and your support for my channel. And thank you also to the people over the weekend that made contributions to my Give, Send, Go over the weekend. Thank you so much. It definitely didn't go unnoticed. There were some people that also gave Cash Apps and PayPal towards my surgery. And I deeply appreciate each and every one of you. May the Most High give it back to you tenfold. So y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Shalom, family.